Ohio State was on a bye week, but they have a big game coming up. So, Eddie, let's get into these Guardians right now. Unfortunately, they are losing 5-1 versus the New York Yankees, and right now they are having trouble stringing together some hits. The Yankees just scored on a single, and we are down 5-1 right now. Ahmed Rosario is at bat. They need to do something. They need to show that small ball works. Unfortunately, the Yankees right now have shown that home runs and big balls, right now are what dominate. What are your thoughts about them choosing to start Aaron Savale, who pretty much has been wrecked and ravaged by the New York Yankees every year?
I have no idea why they would start them. You gotta have a lot of faith in this guy to start him over. You know what I'm saying? To start him as a pitcher today in a critical game like tonight, win or go home type of game. I would have never started him, but I'm trusting him. I'm trusting Frank tonight. But the thing is, Indians got to get to what we've been saying. The same thing that won games 2 for them, which was small ball. They got to get back to that, and I don't see them playing that right now. They're trying to go swing for the fences, but that's not the game that we can play. As we spoke on that before last week, and doing the same thing this week. We cannot play bat for bat with the Yankees. We're not going to win that way. We can still pull this up. We saw this before. We went down and we came back, and it was a beautiful comeback. But we definitely have to get to our Guardian type game, which is small ball.
Last night, the rain delay unfortunately can't postpone the game, and the Yankees were going to go with their starter Talon, Jameson Talon, and we were able to score against him. I believe it was in game 2 that we came back and won in New York. So, he's not as good as a pitcher as Nelson Cortez, right, and also Garrett Cole. So he's the less dominant of those pitchers. So I believe if we had played against him and he pitched against us, we would have had a better opportunity than them going with Nelson Cortez on 3 days rest. And right now, he's pretty much beasting and has control of the lineup. And it just was bad from the first pitch. He walked the first batter, and I was like, this is not good. He didn't show any command of his pitches very early, and it looked terrible early. Then, he walked the second batter too. And he struck out Aaron Judge, though. Aaron Judge has struggled in this series, but, Aaron Judge has had a home run in this game, solo shot. And then, what is his name? Giancarlo Stanton had a 3-run home run to start the game.
Well, right now we got 2 on base with no outs. Rosario's on base, of course, on second base right now. No outs. Again, like I said, if we get to small ball, I think we can come back and actually win this game. It's tough though, man. It's tough with us the way we play baseball in Cleveland right now. That is get down too much. We don't have the best as we spoke on before. We don't have the best to come and win those type of games. Right now we got Rosario on third and Ramirez on second with 1 out right now. So I mean, like I say, this is the type of baseball we need to play. This is what we were saying that we need to play: the small ball baseball, singles, doubles. That's our game. Home runs is not our game, and if we get that, I believe that this will be a different outcome. I think we'll be going home. We'll be celebrating the Yankees locker room.
Yeah. Jose Ramirez had a hit that went foul, but a couple more feet, probably about I don't know, maybe 15, 20 more yards, it would have been a home run, and it would have tied the game up, which is something that we needed to, get it back. But one of the things that we had talked about prior was if you keep it close, you can win this series. And
us.
unfortunately, this game has not been kept close, and that's part of the issue that we're having right now. As they got out to this huge lead, and I see Josh Naylor just lined out to the shortstop. So this is the problem. And Gabriel Arias has struck out every time, I believe, in this series since he's been batting. So now you have him in a position to try to get somebody home with 2 outs. And, Stephen Kwan got on base. He did his job as always, and nobody was able to get him home.
That's becoming the problem, man. We gotta get these best going. Like we can't keep striking out. Like you said, Kwan has struck out, have not been on base at all this series. Like, so do I expect him to get on base now? No. But Arias, I'm sorry, I think I said Kwan. Arias have not been on base at all this whole series. So this is, and we got 2 outs, 2 on second and third. Yeah, they might be just resting right here, but I'm hoping he come through. I'm really hoping he comes through one time for us. It'll be great. We definitely need this, and like I said, we get to a point where we're like two runs down. I think we can come back and win that. But being down by 4 or 5 in late innings, yeah, that's not gonna look good for us. So we gotta really pick it up and pick it up fast.
Mm-hmm. How bad did Major League Baseball screw us by not letting us play last night?
Big time. Oh man. They knew what they were doing. This was all about money, man. They screwed us big time. I mean, the fact that there's no postponement no more, like that killed it. Like, come on, man, you really, really screwed us over, and it is. But I feel, I know I said that we were going to lose this series. I definitely said that. But listen, I'm rooting for us, man, like big time. And this game right here is something I'm really like hoping we pull out because just we need this, man. Cleveland looking, man, we're struggling in sports right now.
Yeah, people, didn't expect us to, do well in the series at all. And here we are at a game 5 with the opportunity to push the Yankees to the brink. We went up 2-1 at our house, and Sunday night we had the game at our house, we were not able to capitalize upon that. Unfortunately, victims to home runs again. So
and that's what it comes to, them home runs, man. But like we said before, like, and I won't speak on next year because we still got this year going. But I think next year, man, this team is going to be something. This team is going to be probably one of the best in the league right here. Like, the Guardians team is so young but so dominating, man. For the Bees to be so young.
Yeah, they said that right now we're ahead of our time, and he just struck out again.
No, he was. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, he down, right? Foul ball. Strike looking. I thought he started off with.
He was safe. He was safe on that swing.
Okay.
Yeah, he was safe on that swing, so they didn't call it a strike. Thank goodness.
Okay.
So this is not looking. We keep leaving man on base, man. This is bad. We can't do that. Yep, he's down. He struck out.
Yeah, the Yankees up. So right now, it's just I'm not in a good mood right now. I'm doing terrible. I love me some baseball. I love me some Guardians. I wanted this team to continue to be able to play and take on. I wanted them to be able to take on Houston Astros. I think that they could have been a formidable opponent for the Houston Astros. One of the things that I will always question, just like in 2016, I questioned why didn't Tito pitch Ryan Merritt in the World Series? Yeah. And that's one of the things I'll always question, because you had Andrew Miller and Corey Kluber who pitched 8,000 innings in 2 days. Why not give him a rest? Even if Ryan got beat up a little bit in the World Series and we lost that game, you gave Corey Kluber and Andrew Miller a chance to rest.
I think he panicked. I mean, to be totally honest, you totally panicked it right there.
So what about this decision to start Aaron Savali?
This decision right here, I think, was just foolish.
He said he liked his chances. He's like a game 5 in New York.
How do you like his chances? Like
starting Aaron Savali. It'd be different if you started Shane Bieber.
Yeah, like he has looked horrible against the Yankees all year. Like, how would you say you like his chances? Like, he's not even gonna change. His confidence is gone against the Yankees to me. he don't have confidence when he plays the Yankees, and it shows every time we play him. So why would you think it was a good idea to start him, to have him start this game 5, critical game against this team that he is clearly struggling against, clearly have low confidence against? Why would you start it? It just didn't make sense to me. But
he didn't look good going out there. He didn't look like he possessed the confidence. And, we'll always question, why did he put the ball in Aaron Savali's hands in an elimination game? And I think he deservedly so deserves to be questioned about that move. And I hope somebody, asks him. But, Tito is very ornery, and, people don't want to get cussed out. So they probably won't ask him why he made that decision. But I think when you look back on this series and you look back on this year, you hate for it to end this way, because this has been a scrappy team that has scratched and clawed their way back into games. And unfortunately, they're not able to do it against the Yankees pitching. And right now, their bullpen is in, and that's supposed to be a weakness for them. But right now, they're puttering through, the Cleveland Guardians. So it's just,
absolutely,
I'm devastated.
Well, I would say this, like don't be devastated. Let me tell you why. They're way ahead of where we expected them to be this year. Like, nobody expected them to be right now in the ALDS. Let's be honest. So for them to be there, it's a great thing. So I'm not devastated. I'm proud of them that they are here. Yes, I want them to go further in it, but I'm not devastated because I didn't think this was going to be this year. I thought it was going to be next year for sure. I thought they're going to be a dominating team next year, being so young. So I'm not really disappointed, but it's things that I will question, because, like I said, it was things that I felt that you could have done to win this series, and pitching was one of them. I thought we had the better pitching. We had better pitching than the Yankees. I still feel we do, and I don't think Tito trusted his pitching today. He was, how can I say? I won't say overconfident, but he was just like, well, I'm saying this is going to happen no matter what. I'm putting him here, and this is what we're going to do. He didn't look over like, okay, he struggled all year long. His confidence is low.
And he struggled against the Yankees more than any other team.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't look at none of that. He was just like, yo, I'm not going to change no rotation. This is my rotation. I always play my rotation. We're going to go with this rotation right here. And it's like, yeah, sometimes you got to change. Sometimes you got to change. And, like you say, some people just got that, this is my decision, shut up about it type of attitude. And that's Tito. That's...
Now it's coming back to haunt him, though. And this is it. There's no more games after this. So, you have to beat this team in regular. I mean, you could always beat them in, extra innings, but it doesn't look like we're going to get to that right now. And unfortunately, the bats have been silenced, and they haven't been able to string together. They've been able to string together a few hits, but they haven't been able to bring men across home plate. Yeah, so
that's been a great opportunity. We had two on second and third.
Well, what about bases loaded?
We had the bases loaded. I'm like you said, we just bring them home. It'd be different. Like that's the type of baseball we have to play. And now we're not capitalizing on the type of baseball that we said that will win us the games. We're not capitalizing on them singles and doubles, the bases loaded, 2-man on type of ordeals. We're not capitalizing them, and they're catching us. And it's killing us right now.
Well, we're going to home runs, and you can't out homer the
Bombers, man.
Yeah,
this is what they do,
and that's like getting into. I said this before, getting into a shootout with Golden State Warriors. You're not going to win a shootout. You're not going to out homer New York. So you have to play your game and play small ball and string together hits and bring men home, and that's something that they're not doing right now, and it's very uncharacteristic because right now, they only have 3 innings left to try to win this game, and I just don't know if it's possible because the Yankees smell blood in the water.
Yeah. I don't see it happening. I don't see it. Unfortunately, I don't see us coming back from this. I'm not saying it's not possible. It definitely is possible, but I don't see it happening. And basically because our bats are cold right now, even though we get on base and then we forget how to play, so we get how to hit. So I think it's possible, but I don't see it happening.
And they've kept Jose in check this whole series. Yeah. He hasn't done much of anything, and that's one of our biggest bats. Josh Naylor was able to get a home run on Sunday night, but outside of that, he really hasn't did much. Nobody has really been driving people home, and that's part of what that's part of what we need, and it just hasn't been taking place. And unfortunately, because of those inabilities to do that, I'm sorry, I've given up. I hate being pessimistic. I just want to turn the game off and just be done with it.
Yeah, you just can't. I mean, like I say, I watch every pitch. I be drawn in. I'm not gonna watch today. I'm not gonna watch them. I find myself watching it. I mean, because they are excited. Even when they're playing like this, you're still excited that they're there. And so I'm excited that we're here, man. Even though I want us to win, I thought we could. Even though I said that we were gonna lose, and I said 5. We were gonna lose in 5.
You did.
Yeah, so I mean I'm pretty accurate. So, but I thought once we went up 2-1, I was ready to change. I was ready to change my picks once we went up 2-1. I'm like, oh wait a minute, hold on, like, could I be wrong? Like I would have been glad to be wrong on this one. Like, but yeah, I said on our show on the mat on Thursday that we're gonna lose in 5. Randy had us winning in 5, but I was like, I just don't see it. Like I don't see it only because we're young. But like I said, when we went up 2-1, I'm like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Maybe.
Right, yeah, this team can do it.
This team can do it.
And then you got one more game at home. Just win at home. I forgot who was the starting pitcher on Sunday night. I can't remember who started on Sunday night.
Who did start Sunday night?
Because Tristan started Saturday.
Yeah.
I can't remember who started Sunday night. And I don't know why I can't remember who did that. I have to try to remember that. I can't believe I can't remember. But we're gonna go ahead and take a break. You're listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM, and we are going to be right back.
Preparing for the annual hat and glove distribution program called Project War.
I'm devastated, man. I'm devastated. I fucking love the Guardians.
Hats, gloves, and socks. With the cost of living increasing, many families are struggling financially. Project War provides accessories for these families. The Spot Youth Empowerment Organization.
Oh God, thank you. Yes.
Knowledge to change their lives through resources, education.
I don't know why I couldn't remember that.
Because he lost both of the games.
Yeah.
You should remember it.
I definitely should remember that. He definitely lost both of the games.
Just like Trevor Bauer lost both of his games in the World Series.
And more for Project War. Come down to 7201 Kinsman Road, Suite 104, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. For more information, please call 216.
This is really bad because
that's 216-323-6049.
I think we're giving certain games away that we shouldn't.
Organization in WOVU 95.9 FM in Burtonville Car Community Radio.
Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports.
All right, welcome back to Her in the Huddle, WOVU 95.9 FM. And remember, you can always keep it locked here on your regular radio dial at 95.9 FM. You can always download that WOVU app so you can take us with you on the go. You can listen on WOVU.org, so you can listen to on the internet. And then also you can always call the studio at 216-271-0959. And we finally remember who pitched game 1 and game 4 because they lost both games. And you try to forget about things like that. And that pitcher was Cal Quantrill, who lost both of his games in the ALDS. Yes. So, and now Aaron Savale is going to go down as, because I shut down my feed from ESPN.
Yeah, it's looking bad right now. They got runners on first and second. Just 2 outs though. 2 outs, 2 on. Yeah, yeah, it may get ugly right here, y'all. So,
man, I got my Jose shirt on today too, and hoping that there'd be a little magic and he could come up big for us. Stephen Kwan is always doing his thing, and unfortunately, not Miles Straw, but even Austin Hedges had a deep hit to the middle of the outfield, and unfortunately, he was only able to get to first base.
Yeah.
He's not the best runner, so that's another thing that has hindered us, our base running ability, because we got some really slow people, trying to make it to base and stuff like that. And, certain balls should become doubles, but they're singles because of the base running ability. But they got to do something about Austin Hedges next year. He's great for team chemistry, but he hasn't been able to throw anybody out in this series when they've attempted to base steal. And he has contributed nothing offensively. I believe he's at 163 or 183 on his batting average, so he got to go.
Well, at the end of the sixth, we got pulling down those strikes. Torres pulling down those strikes.
Okay.
So about top of the seventh coming up. Still 5-1. We're still down 5-1, but Guardian Magic right now, y'all.
I don't want any more updates. Don't tell me nothing else.
I'll tell you no more else. This is it. This is the last update. Guardian Magic coming for 7th and no. Guardian Magic. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Guardian Magic. I'm feeling it, y'all.
God, I'm nauseous right now.
No me. Guardian Magic coming right now.
Oh, God. I'm so scared. I'm so sad.
We good. Guardian Magic right here.
I'm so sad, though, because this team seems like they genuinely, truly love each other.
Yeah.
And they love playing together. And it's a great locker room. And they play for each other.
Yes.
And they, had the ability. They felt like they had the ability to beat anybody. And I don't think that they came in here scared at all. They were able to win game 2 and they in New York and saw that they could actually compete with this team. And then they came and won game 3 in their house. So they went up 2-1. And it's just the Yankees were the ones whose, heels were against the brink and they had to claw back in.
And that's the thing, like see the Guardians are playing with nothing. They playing with house money right now.
So nothing to lose.
So that's why I'm not. We weren't, like I said before, we weren't expected to be here. Like we weren't expected to be even we weren't expected even to make the playoffs this year. So if we're to be in the playoffs, if we're to be the ALDS, like I'm happy. Yes, I want us to win, but I'm excited that we're here because it gave me something to look forward to next year. Like it gave me something to look forward to as far as where we're gonna be at, what we could be at in the year. No excuses next year to me. Like no excuses. This is we don't have anyone that we gotta bring back as far as contract wise. Like we gonna pay this guy or not pay this guy next year. So next year could be a year for us that we'll be like, wow, it could be that year that we can really make noise in the AL. So I'm not as mad as you are. I'm not as mad as you are right now, Rach.
I'm a combination of things. I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm heartbroken. I'm devastated. I really love baseball. So I really, wanted to be able to continue to watch this team. Yeah. Somebody shoot me text notifications and I'm like, let me just turn my phone over. But I need it for the topics.
She don't want no more notifications.
Yeah.
I'm up here giving her update by update. She don't want no more updates.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give her the topics from now on off the phone so she ain't got to look at her phone no more. She's mad about this one.
Yeah, you keep watching, but don't update me.
I am watching it hard, and I'm sorry, I am into this. So, well, we're gonna stop talking about the Guardians. We're gonna go ahead and bring up
your team,
my first love,
the Cleveland Browns.
Let's not talk about them today.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
Now this is disappointing. Man.
Well, we can limit the time that we talk about them.
Yeah, this is what we call disappointing right here. Like the Guardians ain't disappointing me. The Browns are disappointing. Now that is straight. We should be 5-1, maybe 4-2 at the lowest.
5-1.
But I'll say 5-1 for sure.
5-1.
I think the Patriots really whooped on us. That was a straight But what
for the second year in a row,
yeah,
with a rookie quarterback.
He had a rookie in on this.
With a hilarious name, Bailey Zapp.
Yeah, but this is the crazy thing. Is it me or did Stefanski just say, you know what, we're not going to use our best running backs. We're not going to use none of them.
Well, I think that he was in anticipatory mood, in which he knew Bill Belichick would. One of the things, he's one of the greatest coaches to ever coach in the NFL, but his goal is to take away your greatest strengths. So to take away your ability to run the ball. But Kevin is like, he didn't even try to run the ball to see if it would work.
Like, you didn't even try
to see if it would work.
Like, you listen, if I'm the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, or any team for that matter, and I got a Nick Chubb and the Kareem Hunt and the Dearness Johnson, hey, guess what? I don't care who you put on this box. I don't care what coach I'm coaching against. You're going to have to really show me you can stop this run. And he didn't even use the tight ends right. He didn't use the Joku. It was
Pharaoh Brown got a lot of burn on Sunday.
It was like, dude, like your stars are not being, you're not using
the people you're paying, because you're paying David Njoku a handsome amount of money to be out there making catches.
It's like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me right now? Like, Stefanski, I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I think you're out of your league. I still feel that Joe Woods need to go, and now I think Stefanski has ran his course too. He out coached. Yes, he's a good coach to a point of.
He was just coach of the year 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but real talk, like, yes, you was coach of the year. You had a bomb team. You got a better team this year. I mean, you got a better team than you had 2 years ago.
You have all the talent in the world.
All the talent, and you are not using it. You outsmart yourself every single game. You outsmart yourself. Your defense, like, I don't know why, like, is Joe Woods your best friend or something? Like, because there's no reason he is still coaching in the NFL right now. He should be looking for a job somewhere in college or high school because he can't coach in the NFL. He is a horrible defensive coordinator. We see it every week. We say it every week, and it's just like even it's so bad that even like stations like ESPN and Fox Sports 1 is saying the same thing. Like, hey, Joe Woods need to go. Like, there's no reason you got this much talent and you're not winning, and your defense is costing you the game. So it's like, yo, like how much longer are we going to keep this guy around?
But one of the things is, and we talked about this yesterday as well, why are we blaming Joe Woods when we got, people out there like Greedy Williams who's doing a shoulder bump to tackle and not wrapping his man up? And that shoulder bump, you sprung him free, and he had a large gain on us. And I think, one of our defenders ran him down, and saved the touchdown. But had Greedy not wrapped him up and tried to actually tackle him, that might not happen. So one of the things is you don't have players executing the very basics. Can we blame Joe on that when these players, they've been playing football mainly, I believe, the majority of them since they was kids. So this is something that they've been taught for a very long time. Why aren't you doing it?
Now that part, I'm not going to blame Joe Woods. Scheming to win, blitzing when it's clear that you need to blitz. Like, for me, if I got a rookie quarterback,
I'm blitzing every play.
I'm pinning my ears back every play. And I'm going to eat you alive. You're going to have to read this defense. I'm disguising defense and I'm sending them. Like, you're not doing none of that. You didn't do any of that on Sunday. Like, it's like, what are you doing? That's why for me it's Joe Woods. Like, yeah, missed tackles, that happens in the NFL. That's not just the Browns, it's everybody. Most corners, most of the great corners, they're tacklers, but most of the okay corners, they all try to do that shoulder bump to knock you down, which you screen Williams, you only a buck 05. Come on, man.
He's a very slim figure.
Brother. Like, you're not knocking nobody down. I don't care if you come at full speed. You're gonna bounce off like you did. But for me, it's like, yo, like, why didn't you send the hounds? Like, you have good players. Send them. Send the house. Like, you're playing a rookie. This guy's a rookie. He never seen the football field in that field. And you did not. You just let him do. You just let him play. You thought he was Tom Brady or something.
I have him rethinking every decision he's ever made to play football in his life.
That's what most people have done. You got this man thinking he was Tom Brady out here. Like,
He looked like Tom Brady.
That's what I'm saying. He thought he was Tom Brady.
You gave up 309 yards to Bailey Zapp. 309 passing yards. Yeah, I heard what I just said.
9 passing yards to a rookie. Come on, man. That's horrible culture right there.
And you gave up 100 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns to Ramondre Stevenson, who was my fantasy running back, who I didn't even realize until I got a notification. Yeah, I let the computer pick because I'm only playing in the league because my friend asked me to, and I wasn't gonna play this year, but I was like, screw it, let's go ahead and play. And I get the notifications, bragging rights. If you do the ESPN one, you get a notification, bragging rights from Ramondre Stevenson. I'm like, oh wait, that's my running back.
Killing us.
We can't stop the run. We can't stop the pass. What does this defense do well? And that's pretty much nothing.
We're a mediocre defense. Well, we rush the passer good when we decide to rush them.
That's very true.
Well, Myles Garrett broke the record this week. We talk about that. He broke the sack record for the Cleveland Browns this week.
But he even admitted he needed to play better too. But he's hurt. I believe he's playing timid because he's hurt.
Yeah, I think he definitely playing timid. I think he rushed back from that car accident faster than he said that he needed to. I don't think he was 100% when he came back from that accident. I think he's still he's favoring that shoulder a lot, and we're trying to. I think he like, I'm the leader of the team. I have to be out here, which I respect.
Right.
But at the same time, you're doing a Baker Mayfield right now. You're hurting the team more than you're helping the team because of your injury.
Well, I don't think it mattered, quite honestly, based on his skill set. I don't think it mattered that he was hurt.
Yeah.
I guess Bill Belichick terms is diminishing skill set, and Baker has had one of those. So,
well, it's very clear that Baker. Look at it doing in Carolina. He was bad.
Yeah, so I think that's where we're at now. But we're going to go ahead and take another break, Eddie. We're going to be right back. You're listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Where's the rap at? What happened to the rap commercial? Where your rap at? You ain't rapping no more?
He said to play one, so I'm playing the longest one.
And online for monthly organization tips to help you become more productive and less stressful. Great resources and tips that's no cost to you. Are you
this last year's game.
Stressed out with all the things you have to do? You cannot be productive with notes everywhere, and you cannot.
I think Ramondre had like 70 yards
to keep all your tasks. Then you can decide what you can get done each day without feeling overwhelmed. Breathe. And remember, every task doesn't have to get done in one day. Head over to www.inspiredbyloveshop.com.
I'm not giving you no thing.
You just gave me one.
It's just one
I tell you what happened though.
Oh damn, it's an update.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna watch this no more, man.
I am Nicole Huffman with Inspired by Love, and we are on this journey together.
Don't the Cavs play tonight?
Huh?
Today Tuesday, right? Don't the Cavs play today?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I'm gonna play today.
Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports.
All right, welcome back to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM. This is your girl, Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports, and I'm here with Eddie Scott of On the Mat. And Eddie did not give me a score update, but he gave me an all dang, so I knew it was something bad. So, I just right now, I'm hurting right now, and I'm very sad that this is the end of the run for the Cleveland Guardians. It was a great year.
Yeah.
And hopefully they can build upon this success, because a lot of people said that, they got there early and we're a year ahead of schedule. So supposedly they're supposed to be really good next year. They sent up 17 guys this year, from the farm system, and supposedly they have a lot more coming who are going to be good. So those are things that we can be excited about. One thing during off season is we got to address starting pitching again, because right now we got a 3-man rotation, and that's not good enough. And Cal unfortunately lost both of his games.
Well, we know only one issue that we have next year. Well, 2 issues. But like you said, we got to address pitching. But we have an owner who's really horrible.
Yeah.
And that is something that we got to pray that he doesn't mess up this next year.
Well, he ain't spending no money.
But he definitely ain't spending no money. But we know that he will mess up a team in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, yeah. We know he'll mess up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he ain't spending no money, so we can always forget that. David, I forgot what his last name is, who, is one of the co-owners of the team. Hopefully, he can give a little bit of cash so we can pay some players, but also they got to get some bats too. They got to get a big bat in there to help out with situations like this. You're not going to out-homer the Yankees at all, but, you want to have somebody that can hit a home run, that consistent basis, that can compete. What do you do to bring somebody in like that?
So
what do you? And that's the thing, and they're not willing to do that.
We have more than enough money right now to put somebody in. To get at least 2. I'd say we need two good bats, 2 more good bats, and we'll definitely dominate. You know what I'm saying? And if we keep our pitcher, like get one more pitcher, 2 more good bats, and we are there. That's what I feel. I think we are definitely there. It could be World Series bound if we do that. So it all depends on what you looking to spend, and that's the problem. We're not ever looking to spend
pennies on the dollar.
Not for no bat. You ain't gonna do that.
So let's talk about this offense, because I do want to get to a little bit of Ohio State, and we might not get to Ohio State today. They was on the bye week, so they have Iowa coming up, but we'll get to a little bit of Cleveland Cavaliers. What are your thoughts about offense? Because Jacoby looked terrible. Normally he throws his interceptions later in the game, but he started the game pretty much with an interception.
It's expected. I wasn't he's a career backup quarterback. I wasn't expecting him to be this good. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting him to be great. I was expecting him just to be the type of person who just control the narrative. Don't make the mistakes and win out. Just let the running back do their thing. That's what I was expecting. But to see that y'all putting too much faith in him now, like you're putting too much faith in him right now, it is becoming the issue. Like, trust, you have 2 of the best runners. You have decent tight ends. Utilize them. I understand you got Mark Cooper. You want to give him the ball. You want him to be there like he wanted, but we can't. That's not our game. Like, our game is running the football. Run, Calvin, run. They made a whole thing about it. Run, Calvin, run. Run, Calvin, run. Run the ball. Like, our team is running the football. You have 2, 3, some say 3 good runbacks. That's what we'll do. That's what we're here for.
Okay, we got a phone call right now. DJ Chris Styles is going to patch him through for me. All right.
So for me, and what I feel the Browns should do is, number 1, trust the running game. Number 1. Number 2, get rid of Joe Woods. Number 3, all you have to do is trust in your players. Trust in your players. Kevin Stefanski got to trust in who he has, what he has, and how he's going to do it. right now, I don't even feel he trusts himself, and that's why the Browns are losing the way they're losing. Not only is it the defense, but you gotta also blame head coaching. Like you can't just blame. Like I blame Joe Woods for most of it, but I'm not gonna just blame Joe Woods only because Joe Woods is just a defensive coordinator. You have a head coach who can control the whole team if you wanted to. Get you another defense coordinator. Give the reins of calling the offense up to your offensive coordinator. That's what you hired them for. That's what you're paying them for. Give the offensive coordinator the reins to call the play. That's what I feel. That's what I think the Browns need to do, and they're not doing it. Excuse me. And until then, we're going to be in trouble big time.
All right. I think you made a lot of great points. Let's go ahead and have our caller come through. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? What? Look, I said I didn't want no score updates. I didn't want no nothing that's going on.
Final one. Final one.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be ready to go tomorrow in Toronto.
He'll probably in the starting lineup tomorrow. I think he was only off. I think they were just letting him rest for the preseason because we already know he is injury prone. So they just wanted to let him rest for the preseason. So he'll be back. He'll be playing the first game. He'll be the starter. He'll be a starter. They need to stay in Cleveland a couple more years. Yeah, give him a couple Polish boys. He'll be all right.
He's going to start to grow into that NBA body. Think about how skinny LeBron was when he first started out.
Like think about how Shaq was so small. Shaq was when he first started. Shaq was little, man.
And then they grew into their body. So I think Evan Mobley will grow into his body. He did say during media day that he did put a couple pounds on of some muscles. So
it didn't look like it though, but. It didn't look like it. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm about to say it didn't look like it because he definitely said he grew muscle.
Y'all hear about that walleye fishing incident where they put the weights in the fish? Maybe he gonna put some weights in his back pocket.
Wow. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they said they won like $300,000 of prize money.
It wasn't a lot of money.
Total, yeah, before.
Yeah. They won a lot of money overall. Not the last tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last tournament was only like $30,000, but overall they won like $500,000.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, like they said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I feel you. I respect that.
So,
Yeah.
So the Browns are on a downward spiral. You excited about the Cavs and the opportunity that the season presents?
Can I ask you a question? So what do you have the Cavs going this season? As far as like, do you got them going playoffs, championship? Okay. He wasn't a good fit for us. Uh-huh. Okay. So at the All-Star break, I want you to call back in, and I want to ask you the same question during All-Star break. Let's see where we go. Is that cool?
What happened with the Monsters? Let us know.
Did they win? Let's see. Oh no, I didn't know they played the other day. Yeah, that's weird because normally. I thought their first game was on the 21st, but
No, they played on the 14th and 15th, and they won both games.
Okay.
So against the Syracuse Crunch. So so far they're getting out to a great start.
Right, there we go, 2-0.
6-5 and 5-4. So they won both games on shootouts.
So we gotta get better on that. That's not our type of game. That's not. We gotta definitely change that up. Yeah, we gotta change that up. We giving up too many points. That ain't how we play. When we won the championship, we was barely giving up one goal.
All right, Sandra, we want to thank you so much for calling in today. We appreciate you. We got to head to break, but you can call in at any time. We appreciate you calling in today. Go Guardians, go Cavs, go Browns.
And Monsters.
And Monsters. Thanks, Sandra. Bye. All right, we're going to go ahead and head to break. You're listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU at 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Introducing the organized.
It's funny because I get called Rachel all the time. Nah. I mean, I get called April all the time.
You like the lady named April. You cute though.
People that know me or just maybe like, excuse me, April. I'm like, my birthday ain't even in April. It's funny. I get called April all the time.
Then you can decide
what you flowers
each day without feeling overwhelmed. And remember,
Huh?
We earned that game on the 21st. We played Syracuse.
Head over to www.inspiredbylove.shop.
Yeah, we played
and download your free to get started. Organizing your to-do list is just one download away. Keep listening to WOVU 95.9 FM.
So we had 2 home games
to build your organized
4 or 5.
I am the
We got 5 away games. 5 back-to-back away. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back-to-back away games for the Monsters. That's crazy. Three home games.
Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU and 95.9 FM. This is your girl, Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports, and I am here with Mr. Eddie Scott of On the Mat, our Thursday show at 6 p.m. Eddie, tell the people how they can get at you.
So, listen, you can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You hit me on Twitter on the mat at On the Mat. You can hit me up on Instagram at 216 Black Joker 84, or you hit me on Facebook. That's my name, Eddie Scott. That's it. That's how you get at me, man.
Are we Facebook friends?
No, Rachel. I don't like here.
No, I think we are Facebook friends.
I'm about to say, yeah, we're friends though. But no, seriously, guys,
Yeah.
like for real, man. Like anytime, like you want to bring the smoke, because listen, if you want to bring the smoke, you better bring it. You want to debate us on the mat. Even on here, man, like you better bring real facts. Don't be bringing your emotions, because we will eat you up. So bring your facts. Make sure you fact check. Go around the corner, ask your buddy, is this right? Because you come with us on some bull, we're gonna eat you up. But yeah, I love this, man. I love sports, man. I love doing this, and I love being here with Rachel, man. She is so fun, real talk. Like she is fun to talk to. It's always good to talk to a woman who knows sports. Like you don't care who you are, you know sports is always a good thing. So she put me in my place with the baseball though, so she knows more about baseball than me. Yeah, she knows baseball.
Oh, thank
everything.
you.
So it's good. I appreciate you always allowing me to come in, just be on your show, Rach. I really do, man. It's always
You got an open invite, man.
I appreciate it, man. I love coming on here. Y'all, I know y'all probably thought I was her co-host, but I'm not. I just love coming on here so much because it's just fun to be on here, man. Like to talk with her, especially when she get emotional about like the Guardians.
You ain't even seen emotional, man. Like I be like when Ohio State lose, I literally can't eat for like 2 days.
Listen,
when they lost to Texas
after
after shoe in 2004, I believe, I didn't eat for like 2 days afterwards. I was so disgusted.
When it comes to Ohio State football, it's a different feel for me. Like so those who don't know me, my brother actually played for Ohio State. He was actually on the championship team. Yeah, Curtis Terry.
Oh, okay.
He actually played on the championship team in 2003 for that squad. So we beat Miami. My brother was on the field. So I'm a big, like, Ohio State is like part of our life. So for them to lose, it's like it feels different. Like it feels different. And if you ever listen, guys, if you've never been to an Ohio State football game, if you have any chance to go. It's a different experience. And if you just like the band, man, the band is amazing. Just go watch the band. It's so like I can understand why they say the best band in the land. That is a true statement, man. Like you need to look them up on YouTube and watch them. They're definitely amazing, yo.
I'm following them on Facebook now, and I'll be getting pumped and inspired, especially when they first come up and they be like this. The drummer people. I love it.
They to me, like, and I went to an HBCU, so.
Oh, you did?
So for me to go to HBCU, and I'm telling you, like football is nothing to HBCU, like real talk, like when they say they come for the band only, it's the truth. Like, I don't care how good our football team was, they come for the band.
Which HBCU did you go to?
I went to Alabama A&M.
Oh, okay.
Yes, shout out to my dogs. Let's go. But the people definitely came out to see the band. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I tell you, I think Ohio State, man, would give all of them a run for their money. Every last one of them. I still haven't seen nobody, and I mean nobody, go back to Ohio State with that Michael Jackson. That Michael Jackson tribute that they did, hands down, the best tribute I've ever seen a band do for anybody. So, yeah, and our bands are dope down in the HBCU. Period. Their bands are dope. Shout out to all of them. But I gotta give props where props is due, man.
Yeah.
Gotta give them where it's due.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we got 5 minutes left. Cleveland Cavaliers are up next. So one season ends today and another one begins tomorrow. So, this is my favorite month of the year when all three sports overlap. And I thought they was going to continue to overlap some more.
Yeah, it would have been great if they would have. But unfortunately, the Guardians let us down just a little bit. But I will say this. I have the Cavs going to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. I got them going against Brooklyn actually in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I have Brooklyn actually winning in the finals. But let me ask you: I know it's early in the season; we ain't even have one game yet, so we don't really know. This is all off of speculation, off of off paperwork.
Yeah,
on paper, where do you see the Cavs doing?
On paper, I don't know if I got them going to the Eastern Conference Finals because you still got Boston, who I think could return. But right now, things are kind of in flux because of their coaching situation. So we're not sure how much, that's going to affect them. But, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, are still great players in their own right. So I think that there might not be, too much of a drop off. So I could see the Cleveland Cavaliers making the playoffs and not having to play in the playoff game, but eventually losing to a team that has a little bit more experience and a little bit more deeper than they are.
Yeah. I got Boston because I'm like, with their talent over there, I don't see Ben Simmons actually playing again, which is a good thing. Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, and KD. I'm like, a healthy Brooklyn, I don't see no team beating them. I actually don't see a team beating a healthy Brooklyn. Now, I think the Cavs are giving them a run for their money, and I think it'll probably go 7. But I think Brooklyn will win in 7 out of all of them. So I'm definitely giving it to Brooklyn though to win it all this year. And I'll be surprised if it and they say LeBron wants to come back now, and I like keep him where he at. I like LeBron. And we need a number 3 right now. We need a 3, but keep LeBron where he at. Like
mid-season trade, baby.
If we ain't giving up nothing,
yeah.
If we ain't giving up nothing, yeah, go get him. But everybody knows to get LeBron, you got to blow up a team.
And when he leaves, he blows the team up, and it takes a while. So this is the most successful we've been since he left. Yeah. I would have loved to acquire him in the offseason, but like you said, we would have had to give something up. But he signed that extension with the Lakers a year ahead, where he didn't necessarily have to. So it is what it is. The Lakers suck. They play tonight against Golden State, and they're probably going to get blown out. Yeah. And I don't really feel sorry for LeBron, but I love him, and I would always take him back.
I would, if I could get him for nothing, I would take him back. If I get him for pennies on the dollar, like if I could just take his contract over with no players giving up and nothing like that, I will take him right now. But I'm not willing to blow my team for LeBron James again. Like, no, he done that before.
I'm seeing LeBron come back when he retire. He might do a one-day contract thing like Joe Hayden and retire as a Cleveland Cavalier and go into the Hall of Fame as a Cleveland Cavalier. I easily see that. Yeah. But him coming back and playing for us, as much as I would want him to and I would love for him to, I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. But Eddie, that's our time, man. And you can get at me at 1ST Lady of Sports on Twitter and Instagram, and on Facebook, Rachel L. Hill. I'm on Snapchat and TikTok. I don't post anything, but I'm on there too.
I'm on there and I don't post nothing. I ain't want to get it. Get me mad on my Snap, my Instagram.
And you've been listening to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM. We are out of here.
Thank you again. Yeah, you're going to be mad on my TikTok. There's nothing on this TikTok.
Yeah,
I think people follow me just because I'm friends with them on